Now we are going to learn how to transform a sentence. In this, we will be learning how to make a simple sentence into a compound one, how to transform a compound sentence into a complex one, and how to transform complex sentence into a simple sentence. Well, to begin with, let's start with simple into compound. Let's understand how to convert a simple sentence into a compound one. Well, in order to change a simple sentence into a compound sentence, we need to use certain conjunctions, which are called as coordinating conjunctions. So, conjunctions like and, but, or, either or, neither nor, yet, not only, but also. Such conjunctions are to be used in order to convert a simple sentence into a compound one. Let's understand it better with an example. He must work very hard to make up for the lost time. Now, this is a simple sentence. He must work very hard to make up for the lost time, in which he is the subject. Must work very hard to make up for the lost time is the predicate. So only one subject and one predicate. Hence it's a simple sentence. And it has only and only one finite verb, which is must work. Let's understand how to change this simple sentence into a compound one. As I stated earlier, we need to use one of the conjunctions which were given earlier. So let's make use of a conjunction and. So the sentence would be something like this. He must work very hard and make up for the lost time. Here, and is the conjunction which we have used to make a compound sentence, and we have two distinct main or principal clauses, and they are he must work very hard is the one main clause, and the second main clause is make up for the lost time. That is the second main clause. Thus, it has become a compound sentence. Now, let's take another example. He must not attempt to escape on pain of death. This is again a simple sentence. Let's see how to convert it into a compound one. He must not attempt to escape, or he will be put to death. Or is the coordinating conjunction that we have used to change this simple sentence into a compound one. Hey friends, now let's understand how to convert a compound sentence into a simple sentence. Well, a compound sentence is also known as a double sentence. It has two sentences which are combined with a conjunction. Let's take an example. We must eat or we cannot live. These are clearly two sentences. We must eat, we cannot live. And these two sentences are combined with a conjunction or. So or is the coordinating conjunction which has combined two main clauses or principal clauses. Now let's see how to convert this compound sentence into a simple one. We must eat to live. That means to live, we need to eat. Here it's a simple sentence. You know all the rules of the simple sentence. It has only one finite verb, one subject, and one predicate. We is the subject, must eat to live is the predicate. Let's take another example. He must not be late or he will be punished. Again, two sentences or two principal clauses combined together with the conjunction or. He must not be late is the one principal clause, and the second principal clause is he will be punished. Let's see how it changes into a simple sentence. It is in the event of his being late, he will be punished. So He must not be late is converted into a phrase, and it is in the event of his being late. We have introduced a phrase in place of the first clause, and thus it has become a simple sentence. Synthesis of sentences. Hey friends, today we are going to learn synthesis of sentences. Well, what is synthesis of sentences? Synthesis of sentences means you will be given any two sentences and you will have to combine those two sentences in one sentence. Sometimes the sentence can be a simple sentence and sometimes it can be combined to form a complex sentence. So two different sentences will be given to you and you are supposed to combine them. Is called as a synthesis of sentences. You are supposed to use any of the conjunctions. Well, let's take one example and understand it. We must eat, we cannot live. These are the two simple sentences which are given to you. Now, these two sentences are to be combined together to form a complex sentence. If you want to form a complex sentence, then it will be something like this. If we do not eat, we cannot live. It becomes a complex sentence. The same sentence can be a simple also. How? Something like this. We must eat to live. So we have combined these two simple sentences into one simple sentence. Earlier, we combined these two simple sentences into a complex sentence, and now we have combined these two simple sentences into a longer simple sentence itself. Let's take one more example. He must not be late. He will be punished. These are the two simple sentences given to you. Now we have to combine these two sentences. Let's form a complex sentence. If he is not on time, he will be punished. Same sentence can be also combined into a simple sentence. Let's see how. He must not be late to avoid punishment. This is a simple sentence. And same sentences can be combined into a compound also. How? Something like this. He must not be late or he will be punished. So what we have done? We have combined two simple sentences to form a simple sentence, a compound sentence, and a complex sentence. This is called as synthesis of sentences. Now let's understand how to convert simple sentence into complex sentence. So let's understand the conversion of simple to complex. Let's understand with an example. He worked hard to pass the examination. It is a simple sentence because it has only one subject and one predicate. Which is the subject? He. He is the subject and worked hard to pass the examination is the predicate. So it is a simple sentence. Now let's understand how to convert this simple sentence into a complex one. As all of you know, a complex sentence needs to have one main clause and one subordinate clause. So let's see what happens. He worked hard so that he might pass the examination. Here we have changed this simple sentence into a complex one by introducing a subordinate clause. He worked hard is the main clause. Why? Because it's a complete sentence within itself. It can stand all by itself independently. Whereas so that he might pass the examination is the subordinate clause. So that is a subordinating conjunction which is used in complex sentence. Subordinating conjunctions are used to introduce a subordinate clause. A complex sentence must have a subordinate clause. Let's quickly revise the conjunctions used in complex sentence. Let's understand which are the subordinating conjunctions used in a complex sentence. They are when, after, as soon as, whenever, while, before, until, since, wherever, because, as, such, that, so that, lest, if, unless, although, as, than, as if, as, that, if, whether, etc. These are some of the conjunctions which are used to introduce a subordinate clause. Let's take one more example. Only Hindus are admitted. Here again, this is a simple sentence wherein only Hindus is the subject, are admitted is the predicate. So the complex sentence will be, if you are not a Hindu, you cannot be admitted. Here, if you are not a Hindu is a subordinate clause and you cannot be admitted is the main clause. If is the subordinating conjunction which introduces the subordinate clause.
Subscribe to my channel. Click on bell icon to get notification about new video.